Hey everybody, welcome back to Viking MTG. Doing a little miniature one of our post FNM, one of everything's. Picked up one of everything Isle of Games had for packs on my way out after FNM. FNM went well. Played my Famished Paladin deck. It was a lot of fun. It is definitely not not good against a bunch of removal. Oh, it's probably my headset. Hold on. That should be gone now. Realized I had my headset on and my camera mic. Is it gone now, Jeremy? So my two prize packs, as I went 2 and 1. My two prize packs I got a Steam Vents and a Tajik. So that's pretty good for two prize packs. I still have the Echo. That's unusual. That makes no sense. Make sure I'm not hearing anything. Let me check something. What my mic is set at. Testing, testing. Okay, well, it's only one audio. Oh, I know the problem. Oh, it's all set right. Testing, testing. How about now, Jeremy? If not, I'm going to start the stream over. Give me a sec, Jeremy. I'm going to start the stream over. Alright, I restarted the stream. I think it was screwed up because I had the headset in my... I had two different microphones going at the same time. Jeremy, if you let me know, are we good now? Should be back now. Okay, does it sound good? Am I back in action? Alright, this was my FNM promo. Thought erasure. What? Still? That doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense at all. What is causing double audio? About now. Testing, testing, testing. Testes, testes. 1, 2, 3. Testes. Oh, okay. I think I figured out what was going on. Alright. So yeah, this is my promo. Pretty sweet promo. This is a nightmare card to play against. Them being able to discard anything. Alright. And I got these packs. I just got a one of everything they had. It's a little miniature one of everything. So we'll start with the newest, like always with one of everything. discuss deck building for the benefit of Dawn. One of the people I played with tonight, she is trying to. They're getting into the game playing standard, and her son, and I'm gonna give her some tips on deck building. So we have Angel, nice Angel tokens. Actually, been hard to find for whatever reason. Demir Gilgate, and a Beast Whisperer. Beast Whisperer is awesome. This Skullspore Shaman's crazy too. And Golgari. Yeah, the one deck that beat me tonight was Golgari. Alright, Ixalan. I pulled off the Sorcerer's Wand combo 3 times. It was fun. Treasure token. Mountain. Yeah, they're hard to find, Jeremy. That's a Cotley Honor Guard. This, if you're playing white, you have to sideboard this. If you go up against the Wizards deck, which is still around and still very prevalent, it kills all the enter the battlefield triggers. Alright. Have a Merfolk token. Island. And a Tendershoot Dryad. Nice. Dryad's pretty cool. Will not complain about a Tendershoot Dryad. He's getting sideboarded or main decked in a lot of Celestia decks. Alright, Construct token. That's another token that's a little rarer than the rest. Forest. I think we have a legendary rare. We have a Tetsuko. I believe we have a legendary rare. And a Mox Amber. Nice. I think Mox Amber is still sitting around $3. Knight of Grace, he's awesome. It's really hard to deal with when you're playing black. Alright. M19. Zombie. Meandering River. Foil Abnormal Endurance. Yeah, it's fun to hit. And a Demon of Catastrophes. I like the Demon of Catastrophes. He's awesome. For the Faith, Regal Bloodlord, Rogue's Gloves. This was a miss set, that's for sure. Other than Bolas, there's just Bolas and the Planeswalkers. Outside of the Planeswalkers, there's nothing relevant anymore. After Death Baron, after the zombie deck cycled. Alright, Battle Bond. This is such a weird product with such a loose packaging. It's weird. Alright. And I've made all that noise. Yeah, I know it's about $10. That's cool. We might have a foil here. No, we don't. We have a Genesis Chamber. Blood Feud. Grom the Great. That means we got one of these double rare packs. Grom the Great and Virtuous the Veiled. So we got the double legendary rare. I don't think either of them are worth much, though. I don't believe so. Let's take a look. I like getting the double rares. I mean, 2 rares instead of 1 it's a good deal in my book. Let's see, Virtus. Purchase the Veiled. Oh, it's worth $3 to $5, right in that range. Trying to look it up. No, he's worth 17 cents. He's worth $4 in foil. Gorm the Great is worth 17 cents. It's these cards in foil, the Battle Bond cards in foil are worth crazy amounts. So that's it. That's it for the pack cracking. Let's even if she's not watching now, which I'm sure Dawn's, I'm sure you're not watching right now. Probably on your way home, but I'll show you some tricks here. Some tips on deck building. So, my opinion, there's 2 types of deck building, in my humble opinion. I know there will be Magic snobs that will disagree with me, or maybe agree. They can have their own opinion. There's deck building for Standard Showdown and PPTQs and stuff like that, and then there's deck building for F&M fun type decks. There is a big difference between deck building either way, and I'll show you what I mean. So mainly it's due to the way the meta is played and the way people conduct themselves in certain formats. When you're playing at a PPTQ or even Standard Showdown, you are going to see generally the top 8 decks. And if you play something fun, something that is not in the realm of one of the top 8 decks, you're probably going to lose every game. It's the fact of the matter, because these decks people build are, built by the pros. These are the ones that pros, generally the ones that pros play in the tournaments. And they work. It's that simple. People play variations of them, but as you can see, Golgari aggro is now 25% of the meta, just like Rakdos aggro was 25, well, at one point 40% of the meta. Then you have Red Deck Wins, Boros aggro, which is like Angels. Red Deck Wins is little red things running you over. And then Jeskai controls 6% of control. So, like for instance, when you get in a PPTQ, the majority of the people, like it or not, that you're going to be playing against will simply come in here, find a deck. They'll go say SCG Classic in Dallas, and they're going to see the decks that won, the decks that are in the top 8. They're going to build a deck based off that. It's just that simple. They might tweak it a little bit, but that's how people build decks. The majority of people who are going to play in a PPTQ are going to take a deck list like this, either build it exactly like this or twist it up and make it into something slightly different. And anybody who actually plays Standard Showdown or any kind of competitive Magic knows this. It's just how it goes. And that's why I will build a deck like my Famished Paladin deck and have fun with that at FNM, because it's actually fun and it's something I built and something I put effort into and tested and played and adjusted and just having a ton of fun with. But a deck like, you get decks like this Boros aggro deck, and you're just putting the best stuff in the meta in and playing it. It's that simple. Golgari Explore is really hard to beat. It's a nasty deck. You know, all these decks are just, they're built to be the best in the game. And Golgari is going to stay the best in the game. So if you want to play in Standard Showdown or in the PPTQ, you're going to have to play decks like these. I don't care what anybody tells you, it's true. It's true. For having fun, you know, if I want to have fun, I'll go on TCG Player and look at the decks people have submitted. Like Dev from SBMTG, he puts out some really fun, cool decks you can build and play on MTGO or Arena or on or take to FNM and play. I'm trying to find the decks here. Oh, well, I'm not going to pull all of them up, but if you can go to YouTube, of course, wink wink, and you can find some great channels. For instance, I watch all kinds of stuff, but SBMTV, MTG, Dev, he builds really cool decks, budget decks, extremely competitive decks. He built Red Black Menagerie.
What's up, my wizards?
Whoa, that was loud. Built some crazy decks with stuff like this. Cheap, fun decks that you can build for next to nothing. Trade for the cards. Here's an example deck list. You know, mostly you're looking at cards that are below $1. Rares that are 19 cents. You can build this deck for cheap. So that's what you want to think about when you're building decks. You want to think is how competitive can I be, while at the same time I want to have fun. And make sure that if you're going to go pay the entry and play Standard Showdown, that you're playing something competitive, something that you know you can win games with. Now, whether you don't draw well, that you can't help that, or whether you just simply get outplayed, you can't help that. But if you try and go into a Standard Showdown type event playing a jank deck, you're just going to get walked all over. But if you go to FNM with a fun deck, you can win some games and you can have some fun. So just keep that in mind when you're building decks. When you build decks, of course, you need to make sure you can curve out. So I'm going to pull up Arena here, and I'm going to show you building an actual deck. So building a deck from scratch, especially in a fast meta like we're in right now, you need to make sure that you can curve out. The worst thing you can do in this meta is have idle turns, unless you have a very difficult to counter combo set up. For instance, we're going to show you, I got a ton of decks I've built, but let's, for instance, look if you're going to build a mono red deck. You're going to want first turn attacks, like so to speak, your Fanatical Firebrand. Fanatical Firebrand is a great first turn play. You're going to have Get to Lava Runner is going to be your first turn play. And that's going to cover you for your first turn. And then you start thinking about your second turn. You could play Electrostatic Field. You could play a lot of different cards. You want to play Lava Coils. Basically, you want to make sure you have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana plays, so you can work your way into your big hits. Everything needs to lead to something. Everything plays into something. Having cards that don't work together in one way or another, that don't get you to a certain point, they're not. It's pretty much, you shouldn't be playing cards that don't get you somewhere, that don't earn you something. you really want to be, you want to be making progress the whole time. It's that simple. Just make progress. So, I build decks like all kinds of stuff. Intish Chaos, it's my elf deck. Um, I don't have 4 Elvish Clan Callers and 4 this and 4 that, so I adjust it. Land of Worlds is turn 1, or Pelt Collector's turn 1, and then I go from there into Elvish Clan Caller, and then into Thorn Lieutenant, and then into preferably Marwyn on turn 3 or turn 2, and then into Steel Leaf Champions and Beast Whisperers, and start drawing cards. And once you curve out, once you hit your 4 drops, that's when you want to start your combos and putting Blanchwood armors and and then hold people off with stuff like Crushing Canopy. That's how you want to, that's how you build a deck. You have to make sure that you curve out, and you have to make sure you don't have wasted turns. Because in this meta, with how fast things are right now, having idle turns where you play a land and do nothing else early in the first 4 turns, you're probably gonna lose unless your opponent's doing the same thing. So deck building it can be tricky, but Arena is a good place to learn deck building. Arena will frustrate you because you're gonna play a lot of the majority of decks you're gonna play are gonna be competitive, but at the same time, you grind it out, you improve your deck, and you can learn. When you go play Paper Magic at FNM, you get 3 games. They can be really fast, and you don't necessarily learn as much as you'd like to. Going on Arena, you can play as much as you want and really get a feel for the deck you're playing and really decide what to put in it and what not. And if you want to spend money to get gems, that's completely up to you. I don't necessarily recommend it. It's actually more worthwhile using the gold that you earn to play events that give you packs, because you get the cards for the event from your sealed packs you open or whatever you do to play, and then you get the prize after. So you get more instead of buying packs. You get more for your time. So keep that in mind. But this is a great place to practice. Arena is a great place to practice. So that's about it. Just wanted to give you guys a little brief. Give Dawn a little brief, or if there's anybody else who watches my channel that wants to get back into playing, that hasn't played a while, wants to learn to play, there you go. And you can always ask me any questions. More than glad to answer. I look at the comments on every video. I don't get very many comments lately, but I look at the comments on all of them. So keep an eye out. There's more fun to come. A few minutes here, I'm going to play some games of Arena, but I need to handle some business real quick. everybody's gone. But I'm going to play some Arena here. Might as well stream it. And I'm going to go with... what do I do? I'm going to do one of my finished decks, not one I don't have pieces for. Sarkon's on Salmon. Sarkon's on Ceiling is no joke. Do I keep this? I guess I do. Not going to waste a Justice Strike on a Ditcher's. That's no good against him, is it? So wow, the Surveil one. Without bigger creatures on the board, kind of pointless. See if you can do with it. That's unfortunate. Just to strike that place. Into Hellion. Go ahead and attack, buddy. Oh wait, he won't. Let's see what he does here. Oh, great. letter. And the drain.
You've already lost. Let's try this.
Nice to see that getting played. Oh, that works. Okay.
It's a matter of give and take.
I could draw Sarkon's on ceiling, this would go differently. Yeah, you're not going to get any new abilities from that. Sorry. He thought he could pull a play crafter back out of the grid.
I had this should distract you.
Copied Jace.
It's how you play the hand you're dealt.
Interesting.
Decisions, decisions, decisions.
This guy's too slow. Can't now I can see. There we go. Finally have enough seed. I have 4 of them and I keep not getting them in my first hand. stopped or if he just gave up. Oh, that was an interesting choice to blow that up. Went green just to have Assassin's Trophy. Now he can't easily blow it off the board. You're gonna have to kill all three. And that ain't gonna help you much. I'll kill Moldrula with one card. Yep. Not worried. Oh, let's go. Watch this. I think I like this hand. This guy likes to kill time. Sheesh, this guy is so slow. If he thinks I'm going to concede. She's just going to let time run out. Fine. I'll take the win. How did he earn a timeout when he's run the clock out multiple times? And here we go again. Wow. What is with this guy? Such a weird game. I bet he counters that. If he's even there. I don't think he's even there. I think he just walked away. Why not concede? What a jerk. interesting choice. You might regret that. He's going to run the clock out again. He knows he's losing. All we have to do is cast 40 more. We need 4 more. I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm about out of steam here. Talk to you later all. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.